Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meanwhile in Washington this Thursday, where he's set to meet President Donald Trump, bringing proposals for tariff cuts, business deals and cooperation on China. Modi is also expected to meet Elon Musk during his trip, and we can get more now with our correspondent in Delhi, Sarah Jacobs. Sarah, thanks for joining us. What do we expect to come out of these talks?
Well, this is the first Indo-US bilateral summit since the re-election of President Trump. And while one can expect the warm hugs and the shared laughs that will no doubt be plastered across the front pages of Indian newspapers tomorrow morning, behind the optics, this is a high-stakes agenda. President Trump's tariff policies have already sent shockwaves around the world. On his campaign trail, he had mentioned India, labeling it, and I quote, a big abuser of trade-threatening tariffs. So New Delhi is concerned about this Washington's new America First trade and tariff policy. And of course, there's the issue of immigration, another one of President Trump's pet policies. India is the third largest country in the world after Mexico and El Salvador when it comes to undocumented persons in the United States. And last week we had a U.S. military plane and aircraft land in India with 104 deportees. They had reportedly had their hands and feet shackled during the entirety of their 16-hour journey. That led to a huge outrage in India. The issue was even raised by the opposition. So one can expect delicate conversations over a variety of issues, whether it's trade, tariff, oil prices, defense, security, China, oil imports from Russia, the war in Ukraine, but both sides will be keen to present a positive tone.
Very positive, and that seems to be the tune around the Indian public with regards to how they view Trump's second term. At least we have a survey done in the India Today magazine that says that Trump's second term will be favorable to India. Is that the general mood in the country?
Well, the U.S. President Donald Trump and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi do have a personal rapport. They've even controversially been known to have in the past campaigned for one another in their own country's general elections. And so while many Indian diplomats and foreign policy experts do raise the issue of the so-called bromance in their relationship, the reality is that the Indo-US strategic partnership, the Indo-US bilateral relationship has only grown in depth and width, despite or irrespective of which personality is in power at the helm, whether it's a Republican or a Democratic government in Washington, and whether governments change in New Delhi, whichever party comes to power, the one constant has been the priority that both governments have given to the Indo-US bilateral agreement. These two countries, these two democracies are seen as natural allies, as a natural fit with shared values and concerns. And of course, the biggest concern that unites the two countries is the issue of the geopolitics around China. And it was President Trump in his first term who revived the Quad agreement. That is the four countries of the India, US, Japan and Australia, which work together to contain the growth of China's power in the Asia-Pacific region. And India is scheduled to host the Quad summit later this year. And perhaps we'll see more of the affinity between both these leaders, which the Indian public seems to lap up.
More of this bromance. Sarah Jacobs, thanks.